Season 6, Episode 21, where we watch Welcome to Plathville, Season 3, Episode 5. And, what was my quip again? Oh, the Ostracized Podcast. Welcome, Brian.
I'm going to get you a promise ring. This is Brian.
Courtney.
You were the one that changed.
Well, this is your first time joining us. We watch a different reality show each week, discussing a minute detail, whether it's good or bad. Brian, what did we watch this week?
This week we watched Welcome to Plathville. The 9 flaxen-haired children in the Plath family have never had a soda, don't know who Spider-Man or Tom Brady is, and have never watched TV. Living remotely in rural Georgia with their follow-their-own-rules parents, Kim and Barry Plath.
Thank you, Brian. That hair. That's a thing, right?
It's definitely a thing.
One thing before we continue, last week we did Tough as Nails, and we had a Twitter poll, figure out what you guys thought about the show. We got a middle third from the audience, so there you go. Put it on the bucket. There's also a TikTok. You should go watch it. It's great. Heart it. That's what it's all about. And Courtney, welcome back to the pod.
Thank you.
I know you're moving, so
are.
everyone tweet at us how much they love Courtney on the podcast and how much she'll be missed since she is moving to Pennsylvania.
Woohoo.
Or Delaware or Maryland or somewhere.
Jersey. We'll see what happens.
Wherever over there. All right. Also, after this episode, let us know what you think of the show on Twitter. Vote in our poll. So let's talk about Plathville here. Courtney, you've seen every episode of Plathville.
I have.
And Brian and I have seen this episode. Season 3, Episode 5. So if you want like an intro to Plathville here, I think this episode will give you a good intro to who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
Probably some spoilers for the 3 seasons. But
Definitely spoilers.
So just beware. I mean, we spoiled ourselves a bit by watching some random episode, but we also don't care because the show is a disaster.
In a great way.
In a mixed way. I think. In a mixed way. It was fun to watch and make fun of, so I understand why the show exists.
It makes you feel better about yourself, for sure.
Okay, so let's get into this a little bit. So we got a family in Rico, Georgia. Is that the
Cairo?
Cairo?
They say Cairo.
Yeah, they announce things very odd in this Georgia town.
Yes, I've never been to Georgia, so I can't say.
So they're in this small Hobunk town in Georgia, and there's a mother and father, Kim, and somebody that wasn't in this episode.
No, you didn't get to meet the dad.
Yeah, that was Barney or something?
Barry.
They have, how many kids do they have? Brian, name them off.
I wanted to say 7, but like I only know about Ethan, Barry.
The ones in the show were Isaac, Micah, Lydia, Mariah, and Ethan. That's what, 5?
Yeah. Well, there's also like or internet corner about like one of the kids, just like Hosanna Plath not being on the show, and she just lives in Ohio. That's it. There's nothing there.
Yeah, she's the oldest. She wants no part on it. No part in it.
That's probably good.
She's missing out on all this money from being on the show. Okay, here we are. Here's the list. Ethan, Hosanna, Micah, Mariah, Lydia, Isaac, Amber, Cassia, and Mercy.
How many was that?
9. I don't think that includes, so spoilers for real life, the mom ran over a child.
Oh my God. The way you just went out and said that. Brutal.
Seriously, she ran over her 18-month-old kid.
It's so sad.
Like accidentally or on purpose?
Accidentally.
Accidentally, yes.
On their farm, she was like trying to move the car.
I mean,
what kind of question is that?
Well, I don't know, man. Like, what?
She is insane, to be fair.
Could have been like a Carol Baskin situation.
I know. I just started watching that last night, so that's what I was picturing too.
18 months. You're not dedicated to God enough. I must take you out.
Oh my gosh, guys.
That's also why I'm
Too
like
far.
very cautious about this.
Too far.
Because one of the fucking entries like that I've found was, why did they leave the church? Because it wasn't strict enough.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I need like a couple minutes here.
Okay, so she was moving the car on their farm, and she claims that she saw the kid over, like, in front of her, and then she backed up and ran him over.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's not a laughing matter, Brian.
It's says the one who can't breathe over there.
It's all Brian's fault for making jokes. Okay. Enough about that. So very religious family, 9 kids or 10 kids, whatever, doesn't matter. So this episode's kind of mainly about the kids. The mom's not really in it. This episode,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the kids and their relationship with their parents.
The drama.
The like weird drama that they should probably just walk away from. So let's go through. Ethan married Olivia,
Mm-hmm.
and that fractured the whole family.
Destroyed them,
So because they didn't want Ethan to marry Olivia.
basically.
Is it because Olivia wasn't religious enough?
Yes. Like, I think Olivia also grew up kind of sheltered, but she experienced more. And then Olivia started showing Ethan the world, like soda, alcohol.
Is that like episode 1?
Yeah, I think they talk about it in episode 1 and 2. Yeah.
Like, do we get to see him try things for the first
Yeah.
time? Oh, man. What are we watching this episode for?
So wait,
Because
does that
Sophie
actually
told us to.
does that actually mean that like other people in this family found people to marry that were just as raised just as strict as they were?
I think, yeah, I'm not sure how they actually met, but she was also raised strict, but not as strict. Like, she knew what soda was, and
According to the internet, they've known Olivia like their whole lives or something.
okay.
It's unclear, Brian. I thought the same thing. It's like, okay, so you married this woman. She seems very reasonable. She seems very nice.
Mm-hmm.
She just like wants to live her life. But like, who are you going to find in this fundamental religious house that did the same thing? Is there like Coatesville, like down the street that did the same thing with 10 kids? Like, it just seems kind of nuts.
It is nuts.
Let's
That's why I like the show.
There's no, you can like a show, Courtney. We're not here to shame you on what shows you like.
Sometimes.
Are you sure?
Contrary to popular belief when we say his show is bad, feel free to watch it.
Oh, I will.
You do you, but we are not responsible for the consequences.
I'm trying to follow through on other shows that we watched.
Our friendship, you know, I don't know. We'll
Brutal.
see. We'll have to
Brutal.
see. Yeah. So the whole crux of this whole episode is how the mom has ostracized Ethan, and how Ethan doesn't want anything to do with the mom. Ethan seems like he wants to have a relationship with his mom, but the mom is like, no.
Ethan really wants to have a relationship with his family, like his siblings especially.
It's just ridiculous to get booted out for that.
Yeah.
Brian, he can't be influencing the 12-year-olds.
He doesn't need to do that. He can just keep
But
what
he
soda is
would.
to his smell.
He would.
He'll destroy them, apparently, according to Kim.
When they're old enough, then they can have their own Rumspringa.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this family needs is a Rumspringa, I think. What do you
Yeah, the
think,
Amish are less strict.
Well, yeah, I mean the Amish let you choose to be Amish or not.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like Kim just let him go. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
there's no like the only negative is here is that, you know, can't have a relationship with the rest of the siblings and her and him.
It just
Right?
makes Ethan so sad. You can just tell he's such a sad person now.
He's
Was-
really sad.
But this happened before the show.
Yeah. So,
Right.
I mean, maybe he's been sad his whole life. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he's been sad the whole time he's been on the show.
Yeah.
Is my question.
Mm-hmm. I feel like in some earlier episodes he was more fun because I think he would see the family a bit more, and he got like him and Olivia were excited to be married, and like he was fixing up cars and driving around. But now he's just sad because Olivia wants him to get rid of all of his cars.
Oh, I thought he was sad because the rest of the drama of the show was Olivia wants to move to Tallahassee.
Yes,
And he does not have any desire to move to Tallahassee.
because he wants to work on his cars and try and see his siblings.
Yeah. It would be tough to like get a place in Tallahassee where you have room to move
Yeah.
work on your cars.
I think he owns like several cars.
But like you could definitely move, like, to be clear, I'd almost so looked up where they are and looked up where Tallahassee is. It's a 40-minute drive for us Americans. That's pretty darn close.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't believe I never looked it up. When he used it 40 minutes, I was like, oh my gosh, they're literally throwing their marriage away over 40 minutes.
to be clear, it seems like they're in the suburbs of Tallahassee,
Yeah.
essentially. Like they're not in the suburbs, but they're like not far from the suburbs of Tallahassee.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I would call them way more rural than a suburb. But like, I don't know. This is a weird plot point.
Definitely.
It's hard on a marriage here when you're 22.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you don't get married at 22, I think. Because then, people change and they want to like do, like, this person introduces you to soda and she's like, I want to introduce you to a city. And he's like, no. And can you tell us what happens by the end of the season? Does this plot line just keep rolling to the next season?
It just keeps going.
Okay.
It keeps going.
Because she's literally packing in this
She's
episode.
literally packing. I think they do decide. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
I can do spoilers. I think they do decide to sell their house.
So they're deciding to move to the city.
Yeah.
For,
Apparently a year.
they say a year, but will be forever.
Yeah.
Do you think that Ethan turns like Democrat when he moves to the city? Is he like
I'm curious to see.
Like, this definitely feels like you're on the show, right? So that
Mhm.
obviously influences your decisions
Yes.
because this is probably some good income for Cairo, Georgia. And like, I think we obviously see some people probably living by themselves because of this money.
Definitely.
So like, you got to stay on the show. You got to be interesting to be on the show. The show has to be interesting to keep another season going.
Mm-hmm.
So like, moving to the city is like easy drama that you can be like, well, he doesn't really want to. Does he going to do it? We're going to pack. We're not going to pack. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to move family. Like, feels very forced. Brian?
Yeah, it's very forced. And I also think that, like, if he just goes to the city, like, that's just fully, like, you're losing everything.
Is he? It's 40 minutes away.
No.
That's not that far.
It's not, but, like, his family's just going to, like, oh, now it's, like, all of a sudden a drive to keep connected.
No, he'll have to drive.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to drive.
Do you want more spoilers though?
Yeah.
Okay, so this just clicked in my brain because I'm tired. But I remembered that Olivia and Ethan move, and Mariah joins them.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yes, and she says that Max, her boyfriend, is also going to move, but he can't move just yet. And then they were begging Micah to move with them, the brother. And then he says, no, I'm going to stay in Cairo for a bit. And then, like, the day before they all move, Micah moves to LA.
What?
He just, like, up and moves to LA.
He's got his modeling gig going.
Yeah.
Okay, that's bananas. So now, like, all these relationships are destroyed. You're filming in 3 cities.
They're all over the place now.
There's
Yeah,
no way they can keep this going.
Yeah, I feel like you moved to LA, it's over. You're not
Yeah.
on the show anymore.
I don't know.
That's a tough one. Because you're like not interacting. It's like the Jersey Shore show when they all live in like random places and you're like not interacting with each other. I'm like, this show's no good. You
Yeah.
gotta stop that.
Yeah. I don't want to watch a show of phone calls.
Yeah. And no Zoom
They
calls
did
on
do
my
a
show.
Zoom, like a Zoom FaceTime at the end. Ethan, like, because they couldn't find Micah. So then they had Ethan video chat him and he was like, oh yeah, I'm in LA.
Yeah. I don't want any Zoom calls on my reality TV shows.
Yeah.
No thanks. I'm out. Speaking of that, let's talk about them. So we got Mariah Dude, it's spelled Moria.
I know. I keep calling
How do
her
you announce that?
like Moira,
Enunciate
but
that.
it's Mariah.
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 Mariah. Why is there Moriah? Why isn't it
I don't know.
Moriah?
Ask him.
I'll just ask Mariah.
Ask him and Perry why they chose that.
So Mariah has a boyfriend, Max.
Yes.
And the other plot, this is almost an A plot line of the story. This shows you the plot lines for this story. Max wants to buy a promise ring for Mariah and takes Lydia, the 17-year-old other daughter, to help pick it out.
Yes.
This is so nuts to me.
Why is it nuts?
I don't know. I just don't care.
It's just
Well, you don't know them.
Well, I was asking you to get me, like...
I know, but like, you know, it's the third season. So you know...
On the third season, it's okay to get a promise ring. Okay.
I mean, you've seen them go up, and I think the promise ring is, for them, is kind of dumb because Max broke up with Mariah somewhat recently, and they just got together. So he's buying the ring to prove that he won't break up with her again.
But what is this, like, sign of, like, capitalism? Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a promise ring, Courtney?
I did.
Was it from your current husband?
It was.
Was it because he broke up with you?
No,
and
we
you
never
got back together.
We never broke up. It was because he was moving across the country.
Oh, to Seattle.
Yeah.
And the promise was he was promising you that you were going to move out to Seattle.
Basically, yeah. We kind of gave each other rings. It was
So it was a mutual.
Yes.
Mutual. Did you pick out his and he picked out yours?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like show up on the day with the ring and pretend you like it event?
No. I don't really remember.
Wasn't an important promise ring.
I wasn't. I don't remember
Sorry.
if we agreed to give each other ones.
But you both had the same idea.
But we had this. I think we had the same idea.
Okay.
As like a going away present.
All right. Well, there you go. Now we're learning about Courtney's life here. Brian, have you ever given a promise ring?
no.
I have never given a promise ring.
See, we were long distance for like a year and a half, though, across the country. So
A lot of Zoom calls during
a
that.
lot of Zoom calls.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of boring. They got like some sort of Jasper Stone thing, blah, blah, blah. We don't get to see this ring.
No.
Yeah.
Do you get to see it later?
I think he gives it to her.
Well, I didn't know if they get to see it.
I don't know if they do like a zoom in on it.
Jasper's
I'm not
just
going to
so-
rewatch it all. Sorry.
We need you. We need you
I
to
can't.
watch it.
I can't.
I believe it wasn't Lydia, but I think it was Maria. Had like these giant hoop earrings.
There's no Maria.
Mariah.
Maria. You know who I'm talking about.
You're going to get the fans confused.
All right, Maria.
Mariah!
Mariah. Man, this is a tough one. I gotta write this phonetically or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's wearing giant hoops, right? Was it her?
Yep. Giant hoops, booty shorts, lashes,
She's really getting it all out there.
all of it.
The other thing that's happening with her while she's wearing these giant hoops, which look ridiculous, is that she's starting a band.
She is.
With Micah and Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
And she has this drama because she can't tell her mom because Olivia's in the band.
Facts.
Just a show.
Tell us how much you love it, Chris.
And Mariah.
Mariah. Oh my goodness.
I just don't get this whole drama. So
You guys gotta watch it from the beginning.
yeah.
You got to.
No, I don't have to.
You gotta come back.
You gotta jump in, commit, get to know them.
But I was gonna say Mariah
There you go.
and Micah, not Mika.
Not Mika.
You
mess yourself up because the whole time we watch the show, you make fun of all their names and then you can never remember them.
I'm not making fun of their names while I was watching the show. That's legitimately what I thought their names were.
Oh gosh.
They have weird enunciations for their names. I'm sorry.
So now you pin this on us that like we didn't correct you. So now it's just burned into your brain.
I corrected him the entire time. And then I wasn't sure if he was joking or
I
not.
wasn't
So I
joking.
stopped halfway through.
I wasn't joking, obviously. Micah.
Yes.
They moved out of the weird religious
The farm.
household,
Yes.
to move in together. They got this nice house. Looks pretty nice. They have like 4 couches in their living room.
They
So
can't
it's
open
pretty-
the door.
Pretty comfy. And they're patching up their relationship with their parents after they moved out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, have the parents changed how they raise the other kids at all? Because this is not troubling to them that all 4 kids over age 18 like disowned them.
You think that they would try harder. Yeah. I think the dad makes note that he, tries to talk to the kids more about certain things. Like he has like one of the episodes, he has a big birds and the bees talk with, I think Isaac is the other brother.
Yeah. He's 15 though.
Yeah.
It's a little late to have that birds and bees talk.
He tried.
It
was very awkward.
We've been putting this off for 4 years now.
Yes.
It's time. Good thing we don't have the internet in this house.
I think they're forced to loosen up a bit more.
It's really the show kind of has
Yeah.
to do stuff.
The show does, and then I think Micah went and bought the kids ice cream one day when the parents were away.
Ooh, that's some drama for this show.
Lots of drama.
That's a drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some drama for this show for sure. What else is going on in the show?
Yeah, so the next thing after the whole band incident was Ethan and Micah hit the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. We can't move away from the band until we talk about how bad this band was and how good Olivia tried to pretend to be at the
piano.
The piano, yeah. Like Maria was just
Mariah.
I wrote it down. Mariah is just she's singing. It's not very good. It's not very loud, and it's
Sorry,
like her
Mariah,
own.
if you hear this, keep going, girl. But
you'll get better. You're 18. You
you have a lot of time.
T Swift was like 30 something. You're good.
Taylor's 30 now.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what happens when you don't have YouTube. YouTube, you can be like, okay, I'm taking some singing lessons.
Yeah.
But then you're corrupted.
But
also true.
But she was like, let me play the song and you just come in on chords you hear.
Just make it up.
Just like, you're a master pianist when you can like, just like come in with chords, or like if they say, hey, do like a blues riff, like you might know the blues chord progression. Like it's probably a simple chord progression. That's probably pretty obvious what it is, but still, that's not like a beginner level piano exercise.
No. So when they were starting this band, like, was this before this episode?
I feel yes, a little bit, but this was like the big first band rehearsal.
And they're already trying to play concert. Jesus Christ!
They have a gig coming up.
They have a gig, Brian.
Who hired them? Who? No, it better not be a gig. It better not.
Oh, there's a gig.
Oh.
They film it all.
How good was this gig?
Okay, so to spill the tea, Mariah tells Kim that she can't come.
Whoa.
She's like, she goes over to the parents' house and is like, I have a gig with my band. It's at this place at this time, but you guys are not invited. So then the dad, Barry, is like, we won't go. I promise I will not go. Kim, I'm going in secret. So it's like an outside, like a stage outside or something. So Mariah's on stage and Kim is in the parking lot with Isaac and I think the 2 little girls. They're watching from the parking lot. Ethan is there with Olivia and Max and the whole crew. And then they hear that Kim is in the parking lot and Ethan like hunts her down. So serious. He's running through the parking lot trying to find her. They parked their car and then they went and sat in their friend's car in case they were going to get caught because they knew that Ethan and everyone would be looking for them. So they parked their car in the back and then went and sat in their friend's car.
With their windows down. So they could hear?
So they could hear, yeah.
Okay. That's some good drama.
It's really good. And then Ethan gets obviously mad and asks them to leave.
But so Ethan finds them.
Eventually, after running around.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Why can't they be there? But
Because of Olivia.
you're burying the lead here. Were they any good?
Oh, no.
Did they get booed off stage?
They didn't get booed. I mean, they're like not. They're better than I would be at singing and performing.
Are you saying you would get booed off stage?
I would get booed off stage 100%.
Okay.
But I would never go on stage, so.
Were they playing covers or were they playing this garbage?
I think she was playing her own song.
Okay. They must be Plathville fans, Brian.
Ugh.
But
we're getting money even this down.
We're gonna have to find it for you to watch, Brian. I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
record your reaction.
I could probably find that.
We'll make that
like,
a
music
TikTok.
clip.
Don't worry.
Let's see. What else do we have? We could talk about golfing now. So we have Ethan and Micah. They go golfing, and they don't have clubs. So they're like they go to the golf place and ask if they have clubs. They don't have any. So this obviously creates drama. They have to go get their dad's clubs, and they get. They're trying to get Isaac as well, which is the third son.
Mm-hmm.
That's 15. And they go in and they get the clubs. There was a lot of, this is where the show really falls apart. So they had they showed coming soon, forget it, we're going to turn around clip of them on the highway.
This really makes you mad.
I don't know how mad it makes me, but then they're going to get these clubs. They say that they can get them. The mom says it's okay. But there was some like, he's got to pick him up at the front door, blah, blah, blah. And he fakes turning around. We get to see it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go to commercials and they recap the same scene that we've already seen twice.
Recapping just always feels like they're trying to fill up time.
Always. Yeah.
They're grounding to make sure that like the people remember what happened between like 2 minutes ago because we're goldfish.
Whoa, it's like 7 minutes. Just how many commercials can we snuck between these two scenes?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like in the day and age of streaming, which we watched this on Discovery Plus, so we didn't have commercials, so it's very jarring. Like it's not really jarring at all. It's like mildly annoying to have a 10-second recap, or like it's really annoying to have like a 30-second recap.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've lost a minute and a half of show already because it's due to recaps.
The show
But
could definitely be 20 minutes.
There's definitely not a lot happening in the show, so like the recaps are pretty obnoxious, I think. Anyway, so he doesn't pull up to the house.
No, he parks at the end of the driveway.
And then Micah gets to go in and brings Isaac and the clubs out. Now, Brian, I have a question for you. Do you think that golf club really didn't rent out golf clubs?
No. I think that was 100% manufactured.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Because if they're making like as much money as I saw on Google that they're making.
How much are they making?
So it was like $3 million an episode or something?
Oh, damn.
Wait, the show costs $3 million an episode?
No. It was like they're making $3 million an episode.
Each person on the show?
No, not like this person, but like as a family.
That's what I was saying. Oh, you're saying the family makes the budget for the show is higher than obviously.
Yeah.
So you're saying they could easily afford golf clubs?
I think that they can.
But in this episode, Ethan has never been golfing before. It's pretty clear he doesn't know what he's doing.
No, he went when he was a kid.
It was $3 million like overall contracts.
Yeah.
But that's still a lot.
Yeah, but that's split between like we've already talked to like 12 people, Brian.
No, it's not.
I
guess maybe it is from the show. Like, well, I was thinking like the 9 kids, the 2 parents.
Well, the dead son doesn't get any money.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's also another thing that makes this drama feels like real weird. It's like you're on this TV show and you're cut out of the life. What?
Oh my gosh.
Also, what kind of religious fundamentalists let like them film a reality TV show about themselves?
I mean, how do any of these people get these shows?
What kind of personality do you have to be on to like run one of these things? You're gonna be a narcissist for this?
Mm-hmm.
It's just terrible.
Just gotta want money.
They go golfing. The guy's really
Ethan
bad.
said he went golfing when he was little, and he ate potato chips.
He didn't go golfing. He was just on a golf course.
Still counts.
That doesn't
No,
count.
it does not.
Isaac was cheating and they were filming him.
They were all cheating.
Well, obviously, dude's never been golfing before. He's obviously going to cheat. There was one of the highlights of this whole episode was the montage of Ethan just running around the golf course.
Sprinting everywhere.
It was very good. Yeah, that's all the minutia I really have for this episode. I have a note about the mom. Courtney hates her.
Oh my gosh. I do. I find her very annoying.
I think you're supposed to hate her.
Yeah. She's a narcissist. So.
Yeah. Brian, anything else you want to say
No.
minutia wise?
The only other thing we didn't really get into, we just briefly covered, was the visit by mom, but then discussing not going to the show.
We talked about not going to the show.
Yeah. Well, that was this was mom finding out about the band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
All right.
Chris is so done.
Oh, and then,
Brian, you have any internet corner for us over there?
not anymore that I had. I covered a lot of it. But
Noah, we miss you.
Christian fundamentalism, do the Plath celebrate Christmas? They do not believe in Santa, so no large gifts get exchanged, but nonetheless they do give small gifts and start their Jesus' birthday celebrations after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But the Plath kids, they simply do not seem to celebrate it at all.
Yeah, I've never seen them celebrate a holiday except for Micah's birthday. They celebrated and gave him a lot of money.
Wow.
So in the show, we never get to meet Amber, Cassie,
Yeah.
and Mercy.
Yeah. We saw them for a second.
Those are all three daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So they had some sons, then mostly daughters.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a lot of kids.
It's a lot of kids.
How do you think your body can handle up under that many kids, Courtney?
No. I wouldn't.
Courtney,
I wouldn't make it.
Courtney, you have two kids.
I have two.
Would you do the same thing that Kim is doing here? Keeping them sheltered?
No.
God is the one and only.
No.
We read the Bible as our bedtime story.
Not for me. We're a bit different.
PJ Masks is our bedtime story.
PJ Masks is how we roll.
Okay. All right. Should we get to questions then?
Yes, please.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything Courtney need to ask Courtney? Let's do a couple questions and maybe I'll ask Courtney some questions about the show.
Okay. No pressure.
Who's the worst human being, Brian?
It's one of the parents. I really don't like them for just outing their own family member because of who they married.
Yeah, I mean, Kim is strong, the obvious person here. I don't think there's any the other parent wasn't in the show. You can't pick him. So it has to be Kim.
He's just working all the time.
But the thing is, Kim didn't in this episode. Kim did nothing.
Yeah, she was nice in this episode.
She was fine, but there was all the drama in the show is based off of Kim being a big B.
Yes.
So, and not raising your kids like a somewhat sane human being. So she wins it. I don't think there's any real discussion.
No.
We could also go with Ethan for the bullshit of the moving.
But he doesn't want to move. I don't understand what, if your show is about drama and this is the kind of drama you're bringing, this is very real. I don't want to move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear he's gonna move because she wears the pants in this relationship.
100%.
So he's gonna move.
Mm-hmm. Just when. She's packing up. She's done.
I mean, it's pretty clear he doesn't want and I liked him always coming in dirty in the show.
Yeah.
When they wanted to talk about it, about moving, and the conversation at the end of the episode where they legitimately talked about moving, and he said I don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
which seemed like a big deal for him. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Move on.
No, he's the worst.
I
He
mean,
doesn't want to
You
move
could
to
think
Tallahassee.
Olivia is the worst too, because she broke up the whole family. She's forcing Ethan to move. She's basically asking for a divorce.
Yeah, I mean, Olivia could be considered here.
Sometimes
when we say the mom caused all the drama, you could have an argument where Olivia caused all the drama.
Yeah. I sometimes think Olivia is a little bit, I don't want to say evil, but
Yeah, she could be.
She is manipulative. That's a hard word to say, but
Yeah, I mean, but she is married pretty young. Like, you
Yeah.
married at 20. What year were they? Like 20? Like, they must have been together before the show started, right?
yeah, I don't know. Well, how old are they now?
22.
Okay.
They're married at like 18 or 19, probably.
That's pretty young.
Right? That's
and
too
I got
young.
married young, so
It's too young.
it's too young.
Were you in high school when you gave the promise ring?
No.
Okay.
College.
All right. But
End
just
of
checking.
college.
Just checking. Just checking.
Such a hater.
I'm not hating. I'm just checking. See if you were that young. I was,
No.
Okay. Let's do. We kind of went over all the minutia. What is the production schedule of this show really like?
Mm-mm.
Brian, did you look any of this up?
I didn't see any of that. I mean, it's definitely like all the other family reality shows. Like, I guess maybe like an episode a week.
Well, I mean, you film over like 3 months or something, and then you make X number of episodes.
Yeah.
Right? And like that would be the whole season they did. I don't. How many episodes are in this show? I think there's only like 10.
I don't think there's that many.
Yeah, you probably roughly a week an episode, maybe.
Yeah, but like you put a better timetable on it where 3 months and then pick it out.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of budget to like episode ratio there, where like a week per episode would be your plan, maybe. I don't know.
You just film year round, and then it's like, oh, I can get all the drama, make so many seasons.
No one's to watch that.
I think some people do want to watch it.
I
just
would
not
watch
us.
it. I would watch it.
All right, we have to get to who's gonna hook up next. What do you think, Courtney? Who's gonna hook up next?
Well, you think Lydia and Max are.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This is a good time to bring that up. So Lydia, Max was bringing Lydia along to pick up the
Promise ring.
the promise rings, and Lydia was flirting with Max. Max was flirting back. I think it's gonna happen.
You really think so?
No, I don't think so. Can you confirm or deny?
Lydia's too nice. She would never. Neither would Max. He's like a puppy. He's a puppy and she's Rapunzel, so it wouldn't happen.
So is Max an approved boyfriend?
they like Max.
They like Max.
Yeah, I think
Is
the
he
whole family
also
likes Max.
Fundamentals Christian.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Is the dad their priest? They
No.
don't go to the church? You said, right?
Right.
So then,
Me.
who does the scripture?
I guess
Who
the
does
dad.
like confirmation, communion? Who does that?
I think they got that out of the way. Like,
Well, I mean, the kids are pretty young still, right? The other 3 kids,
I think so. There's still some under 10, I think.
right?
yeah.
You got to get those sacraments in, Brian. You're fundamentalist Christian. You can't just leave the church.
If you're not drinking soda pop, you're good.
You don't know about Kim K. You good. You don't know about sugar.
Yeah.
You're good.
Oh.
Okay, Brian, who's your pick for who's going to hook up next?
I mean, I was gonna bet on like when that promise ring lands, Max and Mariah are having the best sex.
Do you think that Mariah moved out to have sex with Max?
I want to know if they are.
Why wouldn't they be?
Because fundamentalism.
Yeah,
Oh, that's probably why Ethan got married. So yeah,
totally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I put some things together. All right, let's do the Chris special. What do you love about this show? I think Courtney, you need to start because you've seen all 3 seasons. What makes you watch the next episode?
I love the drama. I love how terrible of a mom Kim is, so it makes me feel really good about myself. It's just, I don't know. it's interesting to see they're kind of a mess.
Most families are a mess,
Yeah.
but they're not on TV, so
Yeah.
I'll give you a pass. Brian, what do you love about the show?
I was gonna say like the kids, just like they seem, while they've been like raised in this, they seem a little bit wholesome and like good people, not trying to be assholes or like navigating basically like their parents' drama. So I don't think they're bad.
I don't think they're bad. Ringing endorsement of the kids, Brian. Yeah, I think the interesting bit of the show is the kids in a post, fundamentalist Christian life. That's the most interesting part. The whole let's reconciliate with our fundamentalist Christian parents, not so much. Like seems weird, but okay. That's what you want to do. I don't think you should do that, but that's okay. I'm not your parents. All right, let's do drinking rules. Brian, give me a drinking rule.
Ooh, every time you see that one of their haircuts, like it's such preppy, like Catholic kid.
So you're just drinking all the time.
Yeah,
all the
man.
time. Constant.
You just every scene you see their hair. We didn't talk about the hair, but that was not the time for that.
No.
Come think about it.
Okay.
Courtney, what do you got for me?
Anytime they say pink promise ring.
Promise ring, that's a good one. I think anytime like Ethan or Olivia like don't go to do something because of the mom or parents, take a drink. Brian,
drink while they drive. I'm
I was not expecting that.
I'm really having a tough time coming up with the good drinking rules for this.
Yeah.
I mean, you need some drinks for this though.
You do.
Anytime they mention the band.
That's a good one.
Anytime that like Lydia or the kids don't get to see Ethan or the others because of their parents, or anytime Kim's just being a bitch.
It's a good one.
I think that you really got to focus on the real drama of the show, which is Kim being a bitch, people not seeing each other for stupid reasons. Anytime they bring up moving, take a drink. I think that'll happen a lot here. Yeah, anything where you're like they don't know soda or blank, take a drink.
Yeah.
If you see them try it, then you got to take a drink. You
got to do with yeah, drink while they drink is constant rule. You got to drink while they drink. I think that's pretty good. You get yourself pretty nice drunk on those rules.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was thinking like of all the other things they can get introduced to, like TV, but
yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do our last question. We got to do a stack ranking system between top, middle, bottom, third compared to other reality shows. Some people might stack rank in their stack ranks. What do you got for us, Courtney?
I mean, I'm committed, so it's still in my top.
Top third show.
Yeah.
I think we got a good idea. Brian, what do you got?
I gotta put it at the top of the bottom. The thing about the show is that so this falls into like the family style of reality shows, but it's so bland that I cannot get invested in it. Like the Bradshaw family, I was like, okay, this is a little more interesting. And there's still like drama. It's a little silly. This was just,
Well, I mean, we started in the middle of the season, though.
I get that, but I don't think that like having context before this would have really helped me like enjoy this episode more. Like, I guess granted, we're in season 3, episode 5. If I was going that long, I would already be invested.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're watching this episode and you're not us lunatics, you're invested.
Yeah. But like, if I did like season 1, episode 5 versus season 1, episode 1, I don't think it's going to improve it.
I had a really fun time watching the show and making fun of people and asking Courtney all the questions. So for that merit alone, I'll be put in the middle. It's fine. There's nothing good. It's not overly manufactured drama, as I've assessed that some of the drama might be a little manufactured, but it's not very obvious. And if it is, they do a decent job of covering it up. You could not know. So it's not like the Kim Kardashian show where like everything is scripted and stuff.
Mhm.
So I would put it in the middle. It's fine. It's fluff. Like it, don't like it, doesn't really matter to me. It is what it is. And that's it for our discussion of Welcome to Plathville. Let us know what you think on our Twitter poll at Who Put This On. Find it there. Courtney, last time we were here, we watched. What did we watch? Shipwrecked.
There you go.
I knew what it was. I just wanted you to say it, but you wanted me to say it. Because you
I
didn't
was
think
curious to
remembered.
see if you would remember. Shipwreck, yes.
Yeah. What did you think of the remaining season? I know you haven't finished the season.
I have, I think, one episode left. It's pretty long.
Too long?
Too long.
So do people leave the island? Like, give us like a, updates.
So there was a lot less hooking up than I wanted there to be. It was pretty boring.
We should have went back and looked at who he said was going to hook up next.
Oh yeah.
That would, because I think that's where that question came from.
Yeah. There was not a lot of that happening, which is disappointing. A lot of people left, but because they wanted to. Like someone was homesick and left, someone had a family emergency and left. There were some challenges and like they would force two people, like the team would have to pick two people to go up against each other and then whoever lost had to leave. So it was just weird.
But the winning team is the one with the most people on it.
Yes.
And
people are starting to switch sides, but
you can switch sides?
you can switch sides.
Whoa.
So one person switched sides so far, and they're trying to switch more people now.
Convert them to party tent.
Mm-hmm.
How much partying is happening on the show?
So I think it's like every other day there's the beach party or whatever.
The beach party?
Yeah.
That's where all the hookups don't happen?
Yes.
That's sad.
So there's like, I guess it's a chill day, and then you get a visitor day, and then it's a beach party day.
But the beach party day is to convince the visitor. No?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your rating now?
Probably bottom of the middle. Like I'm struggling to get through it.
I mean, you can drop shows.
Well, I feel like I've made it this far. I need to see who wins.
This is how you get sucked into Welcome to Plathville.
Yeah.
I've seen
But
these
I
people.
still like that show. This like Shipwrecked. I've been like, do I not watch it? Do I like? It's like one of those shows that I'm just turning on while I'm like cleaning the house now
Yeah, that seems very reasonable.
and checking
To put
it
a
on.
middle of the bottom show on while you're not watching it seems very reasonable.
Yeah. But I have to see who wins. Sharks or tigers? I don't know.
All right. Any other shout outs you got for us this week, Courtney?
I just started the new season of Tiger King last night, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I think that's another middle of the bottom show you could put on and
Yeah.
while you're doing other things.
Did you watch it?
I've seen all 5 episodes, yes.
Okay. Did you watch it?
I haven't. No, there's 5 episodes.
Well,
Oh.
okay. Here, I'll go over it. First episode is like follow up with the Tiger King. Like he's in prison. They try to get the pardon.
Yeah.
They kind of stretch that out too long, whatever. The second episode is about Carol Baskin's husband again.
Okay.
They dive a little pretty deep, but they still don't answer any of the questions. They kind of leave it up to like, could be this, could be this, could be that, whatever. Then there's like some other big tiger guy that got arrested and lost all of his tigers. That was an episode. Then there's like more drama around the guy. Who's the guy that got Joe Exotic Zoo again? Jeff Lowe.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some like drama around Jeff Lowe and he actually starts helping Jeff Exotic. I don't know. It's not a spoiler, but whatever.
Okay.
If you watch it, you'll see.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it because I have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. I mean, it's like a double-edged sword watching that show because like I don't want to support these people. Like I don't think they should be getting any money because everyone in that show is an asshole.
Yeah.
So it's like giving those people attention that I don't think they really deserve.
This is true.
But it is a shit show. So
I love a shit show.
there is that.
Mm-hmm. I got to do some Christmas projects, so I got to watch a shitty show.
Yeah. Brian, you have a shout out this week?
New season of Curb is still pretty good.
There you go. Wheel of Time is out now. If you like fantasy, I'd highly recommend watching Wheel of Time. Just make sure you watch at least 2 episodes. First episode's kind of 50-50. But it is, by the 3rd episode, I was in. I've also read all the books, so I know what's going on. But I'd highly recommend it if you like Lord of the Rings. It's very good. And Courtney, thanks for coming on the pod. Have fun. Or good luck on your move. I don't want you to say have fun. Good luck on your move.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Thanks for having me. We'll have to do a pod in Philly one day.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll Zoom you in.
Yeah.
We'll do some remote pods.
Sounds
Max wants to join in, so he's also moving to New York. His pod was a couple weeks ago. Drop them like flies here. It's really what's happening. All right. Again, you can follow us on Twitter at Who Put This On, where you can vote on our poll. Tell us if you think this is a top, middle, or bottom third show. We got a wide range here, so be interested to see what the audience says. You can find us on Facebook.com/WhoPutThisOn. You can email us questions, suggestions at WhoPutThisOn@gmail.com. We'll see you guys next time. Brian, do you like canned cranberry sauce or non-canned cranberry sauce?
You got to go canned, but it's just a lot of cranberry.
What about you, Courtney?
I like them both. I grew up on canned, but now I make my own.
Do you have both tomorrow?
No, we just have one we made.